And now let's take a look at the starting lineup for this August the 10th German Grand Prix. On the pole, from Australia, Alan Jones, current #1 driver in the world. Flanking him in this car, number 27, will be Jean-Pierre Jabouille, the man who was on the pole a year ago in the twin-turbo Renault. Starting in the third position is Jabouille's teammate, Rini Arnoux, the other French driver on this great team, hoping for a good day today. Then starting fourth is Carlos Reutemann in his 138th Grand Prix performance. Reutemann. Next comes Jacques Lafitte of France, winner of 3 Grand Prix, nearly the world champion a year ago, driving for the French team Ligier. Beside Jacques Lafitte is the young Brazilian Nelson Piquet, winner of Long Beach, currently #2 in the world. Let's take a look now at the entire starting grid. 24 cars to go to the line for 45 laps. There you see in the 10th position, Patrese. Keke Rosberg qualified the new Fittipaldi car in the 8th position. Excellent move for the Fittipaldi team. Emerson himself starts 12th. Gilles Villeneuve qualified one of the Ferraris in 16th position, and all that last year's world champion Jody Scheckter could do was 21st. Jan Lammers in the Ensign will start shotgun in the 24th position. One of England's greatest drivers, David Hobbs, will be joining us for the play-by-play call of the German Grand Prix coming up right after this. Dateline, Hockenheim, Germany, Sunday, August 10th, the World Championship German Grand Prix, just about set for the start. Here's David Hobbs.
And there's Alan Jones on the pole. Revs right up now, foot trembling on the clutch, and he's making a very good start. Some smoke off the tyres there. The Renaults, too, making great starts. Look at that jostling for 4th and 5th position there. And there's Nelson Piquet slipping back out of the picture there on the right-hand side. I don't know what he's done, but whatever he's done, he did it wrong as they disappeared down that very fast straight into the first chicane.
Piquet falling all the way back. He's now in 22nd, falling to 23rd position. He may be out of the race. No, the car is catching. He's staying in 23rd and continuing.
And as they approach the first chicane, the front row is still side by side, but Jabouille just eases out Jones into second place as they go through there. Arnoux following him close, and right behind him, one of the Ligiers. So they stream out of that down towards that very, very fast curve at the far end of the circuit, the Oster curve, which is so dangerous and so fast. And there we see Jabouille still in the lead. Could be there from Alan Jones.
Alan Jones slipping into second spot. Going third is Arnoux. Alan Jones making a very good start, but he's been overhauled just out of the chicane by this man, 37-year-old Jean-Pierre Jabouille. And the man who led the first lap a year ago and then crashed in the second lap, Jabouille now leads the 1980 German Grand Prix.
And there you can see those cars jostling for positions. They scream down into the second chicane at tremendous speed. Jabouille still leads. They flick through that chicane. Jones second, Arnoux third, Lafitte fourth.
How fast in there, David?
Well, they're going through the chicane at probably close to 100 miles an hour, and they were put in to slow these cars down.
Jabouille out in front. Alan Jones in second. Currently, Jones #1 in the world. Jabouille looking for his second Grand Prix win. Here they come into the stadium for the first time to complete lap #1 of 45.
I look at Jones catch up on braking there. My, he really outbraked that Renault of Jabouille, but Jabouille comes off that corner really fast as they scream through that left and right flick in the stadium in front of probably 80 or 90,000 people here.
In all, they say there's over 100,000 here to David, some stretched out among the trees around this 4.2-mile course. It is Jean-Pierre Jabouille of France out in front. The English team, the Williams car, right there, runs in second with Alan Jones, maintaining third, the second French Renault car driven by Rini Arnoux. And then comes the Ligier cars running in the 4th and 5th positions.
There's a bit more jostling, someone trying to get down the inside there. Can't see at this range who it is. The closest competition out at the moment is definitely between the teammates of Arnoux and Lafitte in those two Ligiers. There we see them again, almost side by side as they come into the first chicane. In that tricky braking area there, you're braking on the curve, which is always obviously more difficult than braking a straight line, streaming out of there onto that fast straight down to the Oster curve.
Here they come for that 160-mile turn. The former interior decorator from Paris, France, out in front, Jean-Pierre Jabouille.
Arnoux making a bit of ground there on Alan Jones, in fact nibbling away at the back of There's Jabouille using all the road and just a little bit more as he kicks up the dust on the exit from that extremely fast curve.
The 1976 European Formula 2 champion through the second chicane. Jean-Pierre Jabouille has an interesting theory about luck. Most drivers consider luck to be a major part of motorsport. Jabouille says it has nothing to do with luck in racing. He says it all is based on problems. Here's what he told us earlier as we see him enter the stadium.
But for me, first, I have a luck because I have a drive. I am very happy for that. And I remember the problem with Patrick. But the bad luck, I think, is not very bad luck because it's not the same thing. It's sometimes it's puncture, sometimes it's clutch, sometimes it's engine. For me, it's not bad luck. It's a problem, technical problem.
Well, that's certainly a very philosophical outlook, but of course it just depends how lucky you are when those technical problems strike. And for instance, when Jean-Pierre and I drove together at Le Mans in 1972, we dropped out when lying second with only 50 minutes to go out of the 24 hours. I called that pretty damned unlucky at the time.
Who was driving, you or him?
Him. Who else?
Of course. Jabouille, winner of the French Grand Prix, the first Frenchman to win that race in 50 years back in 1979. Now in front, there's Alan Jones, number 27, still in second place, and pulling away a bit is Jabouille at this juncture of the race. We are in lap number 3 of 45 on the 4.2-mile Hockenheim Ring here in Germany. This World Championship event, seeing the Renault, which had trouble here a year ago, and they both fell out in the early going, now sustaining first and third position.
You can see what it increased a few moments ago, and I think we may have had a position change there. And Lafitte has exercised his team leadership and has in fact taken over from Pironi in 4th place.
That drops Didier Pironi into the 5th position in the race, and running back in 6th is Carlos Reutemann. Reutemann now running in 6th in the second Williams car. But up in front, it's still Jabouille first, then Jones, and with a brand new chassis for this race, Arnoux runs in 3rd position.
Arnoux seems to have been dropped a little bit by Jones, who catches up on that left-hand hairpin in the stadium here. Jones really makes a lot of ground on Jabouille, but Jabouille, when he comes off the corners, that Renault certainly seems to put the power down very, very satisfactorily. Look at him through this corner.
Meanwhile, back in 7th place is Ilio De Angelis, and Gilles Villeneuve is being shown in 8th with the 9th position, Nelson Piquet. Piquet has come back from 23rd to 5th in less than 4 laps, David.
Yeah, there we see some of the fighting down there. We see Giacomelli in that last red car going out the picture behind Alain Prost in the McLaren. And then we see the two Candy Tyrrells. But here we are back on the main straight. And Jones and Jabouille and Arnoux seem to be settling down into some sort of rhythm here. No one seems to be able to make much ground on the others.